Hello. Good, it's nice to meet you. The Wicked Stepsisters are completely misunderstood. They're these very quirky, my character especially is incredibly emotional.
He'll be talking to you soon. Now remember, be vivacious, giddy, effervescent. Mother, do I have to be effervescent? It gives me gas.
And takes everything to heart, and they just want to marry the prince, and, you know, I think that they're, you know, they're just extreme. They're incredibly extreme girls, but they have their own story in the sense of, you know, they want to be loved, they want to be liked, they want to be pretty, and their sense of all of these things, though, is just slightly off. My character has a quirk of this knee creak that any time it resurfaces, it's just the most tragic thing in the world, so.
Is that your knee? Oh, you really should rub some goose grease on the...
And to get to do something like this, I think these roles, you get instant gratification from the audience and the audience response, and they're such a foil to Cinderella.
She's a frothy little bubble, with a really sort of air, and a very little trouble. I can pull in all her hair. Why would a fellow want a girl like her? A girl who's really lovely. Why can't a fellow ever once prefer a girl who's merely me? What's the matter with the man? What's the matter with the man? What's the matter with the man?
We go from the ball to the Stepsisters' Lament, and that song takes more energy than any song I've ever had to do because it's a 2-minute sprint.
Well, the first thing that really attracted me to the project was the aspect of going to Asia on tour. My wife and I actually originally met doing a show in Japan about 14 years ago, so we already really had a feeling for Asia and really loved being out here in this part of the world. And when the opportunity came up for both of us to do it together, that's rare and really exciting. And then the fact that we were going to get to go to Asia for 9 months or so was really exciting as well.
It feels interesting. This is actually my third Asian tour, so I feel very comfortable sort of being in this neck of the woods. This is my first time to the Philippines, but I've toured Malaysia, South Korea, Japan, Indonesia, and Singapore. So I'm pretty familiar with touring this neck of the woods, and so it's not too unfamiliar to me, but the venue, the CCP is beautiful. It's one of the nicest venues I've played.
Oh, I'm not going to lie, Lea Salonga was, I mean, I knew Lea was doing it from the get-go. You come into a project like this not ever knowing, especially with someone of Lea's stature. I was asked it early in a press conference early, what is it like working with an Asian superstar, Filipino star like Lea? And I had to explain that yes, Lea is a Filipino star, but she's more than that. I mean, Lea is so well regarded, and she's gracious and a generous actress. She's a wonderfully generous performer to work with, and she's very giving on stage, which makes the performance better. It makes me better. It makes her better. It just brings everything up. I mean, it's Cinderella, so she's up there the whole time. So at the moment we're doing Tech Week, she's up there all day long, sitting and standing and singing and walking and dancing and waltzing and all of these things that she's doing, hour after hour after hour. I mean, we're running 11-hour days, and she's up there all day, every day, and always smiling and always just so grateful to be doing what she's doing. She's a walking example. She's absolutely fantastic.
I think the audience is going to expect quite a lot, being that one of their own is the star, and she's certainly a celebrity not only in the U.S. but she's sort of like a superstar here. I think they're going to expect big things with a name like Lea, and I think we're going to deliver.
Well, we got here, and the first day that we were actually here fully, because we got in the night right before the typhoon hit, right before Frank came through, we managed to just get under the gun on that. Then we had a little reception party, and the next day we came in. We met everybody in the theater in a rehearsal hall.
I'm Bobby, I'm the director.
Yes, I'm the choreographer. Hi, I'm Jefferson, I'm the king.
That's the fun part. You know, we get to actually create a brand new show, make changes along the way to make it even better.
And we all sat down and read the play. That was the first time that all of us had been in the room and actually heard everybody, and that's always a really...
Good. Very nice, guys. Good. Hey, Peter, let's just be careful, you know, with the cross. It feels a little like I'm going to be funny for you.
Right.
When I think, yeah, it's getting a little too confident. I think it just needs to come from excitement and, yeah, it's more playful and rather than, you know, I'm a funny guy, I'm a goofy guy. Yeah.
Because we all got, Lea sang everything as she sat there, and of course she knew it all and was singing it all perfectly right from the start. And the rest of us kind of clunked through songs that we hadn't worked on yet.
The prince is giving a ball, the prince is giving a ball. Ball. 1, 2, and. The prince is giving a ball, the prince is giving a ball. Ball. Ball up. That's it. The prince is giving a ball up.
But it was great to see everybody read the script, see the jokes, see where people were going with it. That's always just a great process that first day. And then from there, we started building the show.
Possible things are happening every day. Is that true, Godmother? Well, yes. I suppose so, in a way.
Just rehearsing the scenes, working through all the music, piecing it all together, and somehow or another it all just kind of fell together a few days ago. It sort of happens without you knowing it. You know, one day you're working on a dance for 6 hours a day and you're just beating yourself up and your feet are sore and your back is tired, and then 3 days later suddenly everything is fitting together and you're going, how did that actually happen?
And now we're in the middle of tech, trying to get all of the technical aspects, the lighting, the sound, the sets, and trying to get them all to work together into one vision. And we're, about a week away from opening, so it should be fun.
They're fun to work with. They have a good sense of humor. We laugh a lot. Bobby plays a lot of practical jokes on people. Peter's first day, Peter Sade, who plays the prince, his first day, we have a scene together. And earlier that day, I kept hearing these just outrageous laughter coming from the rehearsal hall, and I didn't know what was going on. And we get into the scene, and right before he enters in the scene, there's a musical button on what's happening in the song before he enters. Well, they decided to be really funny to move the button on him so that he didn't know when his entrance was, and they kept saying, Peter, enter on the button, and then they'd change where it was, so he'd come in and it'd be in a different place, and then it'd be in a different place.
Dum, ba-dum, da-dum, 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 boom. And I enter and I hit my position on that button. And what Bobby had told Janet to do was play a different button every time I entered. And then Bobby, and so I would inevitably miss the button. And then Bobby, every time with a perfectly straight face, would say, Peter, just hit the button. It's not that difficult, like, try again, and we'll get it right. So I'd go back, and then Janet would play dun da dun da dum ba dum ba dum, bum bum bum, and I'll not know which button to hit. And then Bobby would come up and say, come on, it's not that difficult, just head back and try again, just make sure you hit the button. And it took me 4 times, I think, until I cottoned on, and poor Janet gave in, and Bobby came over and told me he was joking. But yeah, that was it.